Hello and welcome to a little coffee stream improvised here this Sunday afternoon here in Sweden. I hope you're having a good morning, good afternoon, or good night wherever you are in the world. So, my name is Bo and I do these improvised small live streams and talk synthesizers, on occasion. So, you're welcome to come and stay, hang out, take a cup of coffee. I'm actually drinking tea today and I hope you got some questions maybe, and maybe there's something you want to talk about when it comes to music and synthesizers. So I'm just having a little sip here. It's really hot and I hope some people are joining in on this little stuff is coming feeding back right into the live stream. Got to mute the stuff. So I usually don't live stream on Sundays, but I thought 3 o'clock, it's 3 o'clock in Sweden, and that's morning in the US, so and not too early morning. So I thought I'd try to catch some of you guys. I don't know why I'm wearing my headset, and we will be looking at this little bugger as well live here. Maybe I'll play a little on it for you guys. It's a Micro Granny 2, so maybe I'll do something with it. So yeah. Hey Bisto, good seeing you. Thank you so much. Carmelo, good seeing you as well. Ardian, I'm not sure if I've seen you before. Good morning. Good morning. I thought I'd try and catch some of you guys who are like 6 hours. Is it 6 hours after? Yes, 6 hours after. Swedish surfer. Hey son, hello. Hey son, back to you. Swedish surfer. Not much surfing here, is there? Or is it? I can't say I know. So maybe I can take these off. Oh, and let's let's do the new intro. So here's the new intro, guys. So there it was. Yes. Yeah, kite surfing. That's cool. That's very cool. Some kite surfing on the West Coast. Yeah. I got some friends who kite surf. I think it's called that. I'm not entirely sure what they're doing, but it does seem dangerous enough. Northern Cat, good seeing you as well. So I just thought we could hang out if you have any questions, if you have any, something you want to discuss. I might show some of the Micro Granny stuff live here. Vincenzo, good seeing you. Aymar, good seeing you. So just did the new little intro that I'll be using for some videos, and that intro is actually a part of a Kickstarter campaign. So I'm just going to see if I can find this Kickstarter campaign. Let's see here, kickstarter.com. So basically, Steve, who is the guy behind the intro, he has a Kickstarter. Let me see here if I can find it. Let's see here. Synth art book. Yes, here it is. So I just want to do a little bit of a promotion for this. See if that worked. Not sure. Well, it's actually, it looks like, where's the screen? Well, the screen disappeared. Maybe it's because it's used in another, let's see here, scene 2. Yes, here it is. So this is the Synth Art Volume 1 by Steve Holmes, and he's the guy behind the new intro that I'm using. So he hooked me up with the intro and with some graphics for my Facebook and Twitter. And if you want to go and check out his Kickstarter, that was super. He's doing an art book, coffee table book here. So let's see. I don't think I've ever watched the video here. So let's see here. Is there any audio coming through? Maybe not. Gigawig, good seeing you. Ravi, I don't do React stuff, no. Antoine got an interesting question here. Antoine asks, let's see here, is the microbrute a good choice for a first analog synth? Definitely. Definitely. M Hammer, good morning back to you. So yes, the microbrute is definitely, I'm just going to find my little screen here. The microbrute is definitely a really good choice. John Whittaker, good seeing you as well. Carmelo, good seeing you. Yeah, yes, yeah, Carmelo, I remember the question. Yeah, it's a great synth. I don't use it enough though, but that's not. It's not because it's not great. It's because I'm so busy with different video projects and so on. Retrodrome, good seeing you. Hello everybody. Just having a chill afternoon. Basically, if you're new here, I do music review streams where we just talk and I play your music and I try and point out some stuff about it. Maybe give some suggestions. We do the review streams. I do live interviews. There's a live interview this Tuesday with Gaz Williams from Sonic State. So be sure to check that out on Tuesday. It's going to be about 1 o'clock Central European Standard Time. Or summertime, maybe it's called. So it's about 12 in the UK. So yeah, so that's what's up with the interviews. I do the interviews, the live review streams. And if you want to know when the next review stream is, it's just check the description. Everything's in there. So just go and check it. So today I got rocking my tea here instead of coffee. Korg Monologue is also a very good starter synth. I'd say like Bass Station 2, Korg Minilogue, Korg Monologue, the Mini Brute, the Micro Brute. These are all really good starter synths if you want something analog and why I think analog is better as a starter synth is because you can quicker learn synthesis with the hands-on approach. That's why. Let's see here. Did you post a question? Heartful, good seeing you as well. Yeah, I guess that's going to be a lot of fun to interview him. So if you guys have any questions that you want me to ask him, I'll probably do a post about it on my Facebook, and maybe you can tweet at me if you're the Twitter is down there. If you have any particular questions you want me to ask him. Yeah, sure, John. Sure. I've been hitting up some people. I hope to get Mark Doty on for an interview. I want to do one with Mr. PVM himself as well. Nick Bat, sorry, brain freeze. Nick Bat, yeah, I would love to interview him because he, of course, he interviews others and so on. So that would be a lot of fun. What's his brand of coffee or tea? Seems like a good question. I do drink Lavazza at the moment. Lavazza, the golden beans, espresso, and I use an AeroPress. I can show you guys in a little while what I use. Let's see here. Yeah, Carmelo, you might be going too far into the synth swamp with the Sub 37. You could do fine with a monologue as well, but I totally respect the opinion to get something big as a first synth. Definitely. Let's see. I'm going to check your questions, guys. So let's start here. You see Norton. So Norton. Oh, nice that you noticed. So okay. The Facebook post. Yeah, the Facebook post with my yeah, I actually removed that video, Northern. It's not that I didn't like you guys left some amazing comments. You guys were super appreciative of my vocal, my little vocal demo I did. But you know what? Sometimes I post stuff too quickly, and I'm actually trying to learn how to kind of I do so much things, I'm very, I don't want to say I'm very creative, but yeah, I do a lot of things every day. I do create a lot of videos, music and whatever. And sometimes I just, post something, this is fun, this is what I'm up to. And while some of you and most of you are very appreciative of that, I want to strive to make better quality content. Does that make sense? Post less frequently, but better quality. Hope that makes sense. And I posted this video. I was a little bit, had a little bit tipsy. I posted it last night, had some drinks. I don't drink a lot, definitely not. I'm kind of yeah, I rarely drink. We had a little dinner party, and I posted a video, and this morning, or not this morning, but rather later today, I just realized, I'd like to. I think I'll pull the video down because it doesn't represent the quality that I want to put out there, and not in terms. I'm not afraid of showing my faults and showing how I do things, but yeah, I want better consistency. That's why, Norton. You got a long answer. I hope you dig that. But I really genuinely felt like I can do better. I don't want to put out so many small like nuggets and bits and pieces of stuff. I want to really devote myself to bigger projects and videos I can feel proud of for a long time, because that's my problem. I have no problem being creative and produce stuff. I have problems limiting myself, so that's why. And I loved everyone's comments. Everybody was super, it had lots of views and lots of likes and great comments. It's nothing to do with that. I don't delete stuff because people dislike what I do. If I would have deleted my Volca video where I didn't shit talk the Volca kick, but people didn't really, some people didn't understand my message. I think it has like 50% dislikes. I think it's because the thumbnail. In the thumbnail I look kind of angry, and people assume I don't like the product, and then they click the dislike. So let's see here. And I know, let's see, Swedish had a question here. I'm also a hardware studio nerd. Have you got an opinion on the new SH01? Yeah, it looks kind of fun. I did think like all the boutiques, the SH01, did look a little fiddly with the small knobs, and I'm not super into that. But sound-wise, I think it sounds really good. I think it's a really cool product. It's one of the the ones I would get. I would get like the TR08 because it looks really fancy, and I would get the SH01 definitely. I think it's up there among the ones that I would recommend for sure. Yeah. So let's see here. And if you're here and you like this kind of format, hit the like button. It always helps me out. You're talking to an Italian here, Lavazza, good choice. Yeah, we're talking coffee. I drink Lavazza. Today I'm drinking green tea because I do try to keep my intestines in check. I've had problems drinking too much coffee. So let's see here. Yeah, heartful. Yeah, exactly. So sometimes I might post something and just like, I know some do this. I'm not sure I like it, but you can post stuff and you can say like, yeah, this is going to be up for 24 hours or something. I don't pull videos all the time, but sometimes sometimes I just need to take a breather and figure out in what direction do I want to head. What do I want to focus on, and I think that's a general good idea for any creative person. You have 10 ideas, kill the darlings, and I'm at a point where I don't have to post so much. I can wind down a little bit, so that's cool. Yeah, thank you, Norden. I like the track as well. I don't think I will do anything with that track in particular, but I think I want to, with that experiment and with you guys, you gave me some really good feedback. I feel like I do want to sing more. Definitely in my tracks, the kind of 80s style, but I do feel like so here's another perspective on it. Since my reviews and tutorials, they get a lot of attention, I do want, when I do music and stuff, I'd either want to do it like tutorial style, have some kind of rationale why I'm posting my music, or I want it to be really, really something I feel can have a great value to others for sure. Richard Kerr, good seeing you as well. Life's good, Richard. It's been I've been working hard the other week, so this week I've been posting a lot and doing a lot of stuff. Yeah, heartful. Well, the comments were super nice. People, 99% of the comments were super nice. I don't pull stuff because, I mean, if you guys disagree, I can totally take that. But when I post I think it's when I post my own music, I do feel sometimes I do, need to, take a little step back and think about how it fits, because I'm not very focused on posting my own music. That's not the kind of YouTube I'm doing. So definitely. So let me check some questions here. Yes, okay. John asks, where did you get the graphic for Simple Synth icon? I also am loving the new intro with the Electron gear piece. Yeah, so the Electron intro is a Canadian guy who made it for me, and I don't really have any links to him. He didn't send me any links. I told him, like, send me links, I can show you guys who he is and his work, but he never sent me anything. I think he's still working on a webpage. That's the Electron intro. Then we have this one, the new intro. It looks like this. And the music is not mine. The music is by Steve Holmes, and the intro is by Steve Holmes. And this, let me show you guys. This is his Kickstarter campaign, Synth Art Volume 1. And I'm not sure why I couldn't post this. Maybe someone can explain why I couldn't post this. Wrong? I don't get it. Why is it? Did it work? Okay, there we go. Here's the link to it. If you guys want to check it out, I've supported him with a little pledge. I'm not sure if he'll reach the goal as it looks, but he does some really cool stuff. So basically, this is his art book project that I think is interesting. He does some really cool. Yeah, I really like the style, and the main image that we use now, Coffee with Bo, the main image is from him as well. So yeah, the wee one needs attention. Yeah, exactly. Let's see here. So let me just scroll up here. And if you're wondering, in the background, my daughter, she just woke up, so I'm going to move the mic a bit. Let's hope she doesn't, throw a hissy fit. I know somebody calls, but not me. Totally crazy. Okay, so Studio Geek asks, do you ever film in 4K? No, not regularly. Sometimes with the GoPro, I do film in 4K, but not regularly. I might do, might do it. Predwog asks, what synth would you recommend a newbie? I'm thinking about the World of... I'm getting a stroke here. The Waldorf Blofeld Novation Ultranova base station. Ultranova, I would go for the... Predrag, with your kind of music, I would say, Jesus, can't she... My wife doesn't know how to turn the phone off. I gotta be kind, she makes me tease sometimes. I would say that the Novation Ultranova, especially Predrag for the kind of music you'd make, I'd say the Ultranova or the base station, not the Blofeld. I wouldn't recommend that. But the base station would be solid for your type of music for sure. Charlie Park asks, could you recommend a great polysynth that will fix my Sub 37? Yeah, like it depends on the price, but I would say something like the Novation Peak or the Rev 2 would be my two main stuffs. Crashhead, good seeing you as well. How's your perspective on the Digitact now that you had it for a while? My perspective is that it's one of my most favorite pieces of kit. To be honest, guys, I do prefer the Digitact to the Analog 4, hands down, as a synth. Shocker, right? Let me break it down. So, the Analog 4, the Mark II unit, is amazing. I really dig it. But there's just something with breaking down sound, like the granular synthesis, and shaping it on the Digitact that I just really like it. It's super cool. It's super nice. It's so badass. And today I got this little bugger here, so we might play something on this. Micro Granny 2 is right up my alley as well. It's the Digitact is much deeper, but the Micro Granny is also a third of the price, so it's very cool. Today I'm drinking tea, Richard. I'm drinking green tea. Otherwise, I'm doing the arrow. I'm using. Let me show you. This is the common coffee question. This is the coffee I'm drinking most of the time. Let me show you. This is the coffee I'm drinking. The Lavazza Gold, and this is the AeroPress that I'm using to make my coffee most of the time. So I've gone from like espresso machine to drip coffee, back to espresso machine, drip coffee, but now I'm all into the AeroPress. I love it. Let's see here. Ronnie B, I'm getting to your questions, guys, so don't worry. I'm scrolling through the chat here. What do you think about Vengeance Avenger? I find it to be superior. I don't know. I don't have any experience with the Vengeance Avenger, sorry. But the Arturia V collection is super nice. I think it's affordable. If you can find it at a discount, it's a super package. You can really edit the parameters on a deep level, and I love that. So compared to some other, like the Syntronic from IK has a little less editability. If that makes sense. Let's see here. Yeah, Heartful, exactly, Heartful. You kind of nail it. So people sometimes ask, like, where's my music? And if you go, like, I go to iTunes and Spotify, you can find old stuff that I made, and I got ton of music. It's just that, you know, I focus a lot on education and you know, was it busyworksbeats.com who said it, like the giving game. Like, I'm not very motivated by the idea of making music for other people. That's not what my main drive is. I like to make music, but it's not my main drive. It's just, so it's not that I don't like music. Of course I like music, I love sound, but I do prioritize making interesting content, and I want to be even better at it because I know I can evolve. I know I can do a lot better stuff. And talking about this, we'll get to all of your questions. Talking about that, so here's one thing I'm working on at the moment, and Heartful knows about this. This is the simplysynth.com that I'm working on, and it's a Patreon forum, and I will talk a little bit about why it's a Patreon forum and why it's not an open forum. Basically, it's the same forum type as Electronauts. It's a discourse forum, and it's our own little secret club, if you will. And previously we had a Facebook group, but since not everybody uses Facebook, you know, I've turned to make a real forum, basically. And I hope that we can use it to communicate, because and here's also the reason why so that's another thing I wanted to give the patrons, given the space. And it's also a way where I can focus a lot more of my attention, rather than having like 15 different Facebook groups with people, and it's super confusing and takes a lot of time to go through it all. This can kind of focus my efforts, I think. And why I didn't make it open, because I know that question will arise to some people. Why is it, like somebody said in a very negative fashion, like it's how do you say, a pay site? But it's not a pay site. It's if you want to become a patron, want to support, you do get access. That's like a bonus. That's like a reward or bonus. And basically, why I didn't make an open forum is very simple. Making an open forum would take away so much time and effort from what I want to do, which is teaching, creating fun videos, you know, develop my style. And having an open forum, just look at the amount of time I've spent over on the Synthesizers and Drum Machines Facebook. It takes a lot of time to moderate that. So that's definitely not an option, I think, where I'm at. So let's see here. I'm probably far behind here. Let's see here. Heartful is good. Heartful, thank you for answering some questions. Yehuda, good seeing you as well. Great to see you as well here on a Sunday. I thought I'd catch some of you guys on a Sunday. I thought it would be fun. Seems like, and we're 40 people here, 20 likes. I need to do some more like begging. I need to like some kind of funny animation or something. So let me see here. I'm trying to get to your questions here, and if I missed your question, don't feel bad about reposting it. So let's see here. Haider Ali, good seeing you. I'm not sure if I've seen you here before, but welcome here to the coffee show here. Hi Bo, love your channel. I wanted to ask whether I can use both a key step for a standard MIDI input on Arturia V Collection and use a beat step to control parameters. Yes, in theory that should be no problem, Ali, because I presume, yeah, of course you're running the V Collection inside of a DAW, and what you have to do is you have to make a channel, like 2 channels or 1 channel that can receive MIDI from both the beat step and the key step. So in Cubase you would create, I think, 2 channels. I think so, or maybe use. I think there's different workarounds, but yeah, I don't think it should be any problem in most modern DAWs. So definitely. Let's see here. Anthony Loria, good seeing you. I'm not sure if I've seen your name before. Sometimes it's hard to remember all the funny and cool and normal names as well. This is a random questions, but have you messed around with the Korg Little Bits? They seem interesting for beginners wanting to learn synths for someone who likes DIY projects. No, I have not, because you kind of you kind of said it in your question. I don't like DIY stuff because I'm not handy. I'm just not. I could probably be handy. I'm not like unteachable, but I'm just not very interested in DIY stuff. It's like my table. I rock a Saur Yesk desk. That's my studio table. And of course, you could build something similar, but I don't really enjoy that. Studio Geek, I use my iRig mic because, and if you're wondering, it's my kid in the background. Her mom is taking care of her now. I was up with her. Don't worry, I'm a good dad. I was up with her early morning, but now she's taken care of by her mom. I used iRig mic here because it suits my voice. It doesn't pick up. It's not a dynamic mic, so I don't have to sit like super close and like do the ASMR stuff. But but it doesn't. The Rode NT3 mic takes up way too much. Also, it's much more sensitive if I hit something, and it's not USB. This is a USB mic, so I can just plug it in whatever setup I'm using for. I can use it on my phone if I live stream from my phone. So it's just an all-around really solid live streaming solution. I can really recommend this mic, especially for like podcasting and stuff, if you don't want a super expensive one. Definitely. So I see some AeroPress rules. Skeleton Pete, good seeing you as well. Jean-Pierre, good seeing you. Yeah, the Digitac doesn't have velocity sensitive pads. No. Let's see. There's only one with velocity sensitive pads, and it's the Rytm. The other ones doesn't have anything like the velocity sensitive stuff. Teron, good seeing you as well. So let's see here. M Hammer asks, I need helpo. It's time for new synths and I have 11 already. What to buy? Well, I think the question is what to sell. Isn't the question what to sell? No, I get you. Behringer D or something else with distinction that separates it from the norm. I'm not really sure. Yeah, the Behringer won't really be something new. I think it's going to be very standard middle of the road stuff. You know what, M Hammer? If you truly want something, to do something different with, get a Digitact and treat it as a synth. That would be my fun advice. Get an Electron Digitact, treat it as a synthesizer, use samples, cut them down really small, loop them, and create like granular, moving, crazy stuff that you have to tune yourself, and it just takes you strange places. It's super cool. Let me show you. Let's see here. Let me show you guys. We got some stuff here. Digitacts. Ball beats. Let's see if I can find it. But I'm wondering if you guys can hear what the hell is going on from the desktop audio. Let me just check the settings here real quick. Let's see here. Audio. Yeah, it should work. So, where is it? Yeah. Okay. So here's a video where I'm treating the. Let's see if I can show you. Let me see here. It's just why are you? Does the audio come through? It doesn't seem like it does on my end. I can't see if it comes through. Maybe it doesn't. But this video, creating atmospheric synth sounds with the Electron Digitact, this kind of shows you kind of craziness you can do with it. So maybe it doesn't come through. I'm going to see here. Let's see here. Silent. Okay. Okay, so there's something off with the setup today. Don't know why is that, but I'll post a link here. It's just yeah, it's just a fun video I made, and I'm going to do more of a tutorial on that as well, so later on. Let's see here. I'm just going to switch back. So that would be my kind of fun suggestion if you want something different. So let's see here. Trying to find the questions. Let's see here. Do a giveaway. Yeah, I should do like a Digitact giveaway. I am thinking of doing like doing some kind of giveaways. I have some companies who have come and approached me, but I haven't really found a good format for it yet. So maybe. Midnight Mix, good seeing you as well. Let's see here. Hyder Ali, you're all welcome. It's just cool to drop a question if you have anything you want to ask about. Let's see here. Midnight Mix asks, do you use hard distortion? I'm not exactly sure what you mean by hard distortion. I do use this a lot. I'm an Electron fanboy. Don't take anything I say seriously. I'm super biased. Of course I'm super biased. Who isn't? But this is the analog drive. It's a very expensive but very cool sounding distortion unit. And I'm using that. And I do think it's very cool. Chris said, I would definitely go for the Digitact and not Electribe 2 sampler. That's for sure. The Digitact is just miles better. Let's see here. Tyron asks, what do you think about the Novation Ultranova? I think it's a solid synth. I think it's one of the best values for a synth in general. I think it's super good value. It can also work as a sound card if I'm not mistaken. It's just if you look at the features, I think it's, especially if you can find one used, it's such a good value. If you, yeah, I think it's very cool. Very cool. So let's see here. George, thank you. No need to take me seriously. That's good. It's all good. It's all fun and games. Or how do you say it? Dark Manger Records asks, Bo, what's your favorite synth meme? I'm not too sure. But it's a good question. A favorite synth meme. Oh Jesus! I made a couple. Let's see if I can find some of the. Let's see here. Meerkat asks Bo if you had to choose between an Electribe 2 or Novation Circuit, which one is most flexible. I think the Electribe 2 would definitely be more flexible, but the Novation Circuit has a more tactile, fun workflow. I think most people seem to think that. Yeah. So we had a little sip of the tea today. And press the like button. So synth memes. Play us some music. Bo Beats. I didn't have any music, Richard, lined up today, but maybe I do. Maybe I do have some music, but it's... let's see. Do I have any music lined up? Maybe it's just old, boring stuff, I think. So let's see here. Maybe I can find something, but yeah, my sound didn't work. I don't know why. I couldn't, the sound from the computer into the streaming software for some reasons didn't work. But I'm going to see here. I'm just going to check here if I can find a funny meme. Let's see here. I'm just going to see if I can find it. Yes. Okay. So I have a. Okay. So here's. I hope there's no porn or anything coming up now, but let's see here. Here are some of my synth memes I made. Am I the only one around here who is sick of 16-step sequencers in 2016? super mad. So that's one of my memes that I made. I thought it turned out pretty... let's see here. Did I... What? I'm not sure if any of these are any good, but... that's probably let's see here. Let's see here if I can find... no. Oh, this one. I got a lot of hate for this one. This one, people didn't like this one. This one. So you think you can hear the difference between digital and analog synths in a modern mix? God damn, people got so annoyed with that meme. It was up on Synth Memes. This was like a year ago almost, I think, where I posted some of this stuff. Let's see here. I dare you. What's this? Some of them are stupid. This is not my opinion. Virtual analog sounds just as good as analog. Say that again, I dare you. So that was more like a meme towards the synth community. Like people were so crazy about, hardware versus software. So yeah. So I made that little joke. So let's see. This one is complicated, I think, but okay, here goes. If limitations are good for creativity, how come the person stating that always have a lot of cool gear? That's another one. I just find it it's like a meme. Of course limitations are good in certain aspects, but it's like a meme, guys. Don't go around telling people like, yeah, limitations good, bro. I mean, yeah, of course they can be, but the problem is that in the synth community, there's all these memes. It's like analog versus digital. It's just these ideas that we kind of reproduce and we throw around all over the place, all the time. It's just getting a little bit stale. And oftentimes when people say that, yeah, I saw it the other day on one of the Eurorack forums, like, guys, stop buying expensive equipment and learn to use the stuff you got. And it's like, yeah, that's solid advice, but not from you, because you also have a lot of shit and a lot of stuff. And Jesus, why be so condescending? It's so super stupid. I just don't like that kind of attitude. It's like, if somebody truly wants to help somebody else, find somebody that needs help and help them. Don't post shit on the internet and just mock people. Well, I do that sometimes with the memes, but okay, at least the Synth memes group is for a little bit of mockery. Live sound development, good seeing you. Great that you catch me this time. Hey Bo, which synth do you think the dude would favor? Man, that's a good question, Jigwig. Like the dude, what would he like? Man, that's a good question. A theremin? Theremin? How do you say? No, but I'm thinking some like big fat, something like you can do like big sounds on you sitting there, like maybe like a Voyager, Moog Voyager or something. Crackapow, yeah, that's it. That SH101 really tied the mix together. Yeah. So let's see here. Tyron, cool. You got the circuit. That's nice. That's nice. So let's see here. Yeah, comrade. There's some OG dank memes right there. Let's see here. Did I miss Hansvold? Hansvold, yeah, Hansvold. Hello. Hansvold asks, Bo, would you say it's a good idea someone Moog Slim Fatty and replace it with a bearing D? Yeah, that could work. But the problem with the bearing D is it's still an unknown. It's still, we don't know much about the build quality. We do know it sounds good. I think it could be a solid replacement from what we know, but it's very hard to say because, of course, the Moog Slim Fatty is such a tested, well-received synth in general, while the Bearing D is still untested. So, Chandra, that's a very difficult question because the drum brute is just a drum machine. That's basically it. You can't really do anything more with it. It's a drum machine. But the Digitact is so much more. You can use it as a sequencer. You can use it as a synth. Because you can make synth sounds on it if you tweak the samples right. It's very hard to say. I would say for a beginner, if you're planning on mainly using one piece of kit, I would say the Digitact, but if you just want something to hook up to the computer, maybe the drum brute, but I wouldn't really recommend the drum brute either in that case. I'm not sure. Yeah, Richard, that's a cool idea. That's a cool idea. Let's see here. Yeah, Richard, the Digitact works nicely for controlling synths, especially like mono synths, because you can do chords, you can do MIDI polyphonic stuff on it, but it's a little cumbersome. It's much better for mono synths for sure. Do you use expression pedals? Yes. Yeah, so I showed you this one. This is one of them I use. I use a delay, I use a reverb. I don't have that many though. I'm not collecting pedals. Hans Volts asks, hey Bo, is it weird that I'm watching you here and the Volca Kick video simultaneously? Well, it's kind of a, yeah, it's not my best video, but it has gotten a lot of attention. I'm not sure if it's, I would probably phrase it a little bit differently maybe. Now, is it like a year later? I'm not sure when I made it, I can't remember, but it's, yeah. Metaboo. Analog Heat is very cool. I would love to have one, but I don't feel like paying the kind of money for it. So if they send me one, that's super cool. I could review it maybe, but I don't feel like it's a mandatory piece of kit. It's more like if you have a lot of money, you want something cool that will enhance the sound. Yeah, sure, it's super nice, but it is high end, expensive. It's not something for a bedroom studio, I think. Not necessarily. So Comrade asks, speaking of drum machines, Bo, could you suggest something for live sessions? Something that fits with the Minilogue? TR8, not the 08, because I think for live, those small miniature dwarfish knobs will be problematic. So TR8, Drum Brute, Tanz Mouse. Even though those have smaller knobs as well, I think I think that it might work. Yeah, Drum Brute, TR8. You can even go with the Digitact, perhaps. But it's honestly, the Digitact, while it is hands-on, I don't feel like it's the most hands-on drum machine out there. Definitely not. So I would look at the TR8 and the Drum Brute, kind of, and go with the sound that fits. Yeah, exactly, Richard and Norton. The Digitact has 8 MIDI tracks. John Ballas, hello, John, asks, cheap polysynth other than the Minilogue. Cheap polysynth, Ultranova. It's a digital synth, but the Novation Ultranova is very strong, so yeah. The chair, I wouldn't say it's comfy, but it's, you know, when you're sitting, let me show you. When you sit, if I sit like typing, I do have a good posture in it. I do sit, I'm not, you know, I'm sitting like crouched like a golem figure here, but because this table is not ergonomic, the streaming setup is not very good for my body, but I have that table and that table over there, and I sit a lot better there. So yeah. Yeah, Blowfold is also a poly that would work, but I have mixed feelings about the Blowfold. Replay, yeah, I know about the Synthstrom. It's awesome. It seems really cool, really cool, and of course you want one. Yeah, yeah. A Bolem? What's a Bolem? A Bolem? Is that something? It's like a vocal. Yeah, those are Nova. Yeah, it should have been multi-timbral. That would have been so cool, for sure. Bo Golem. Yeah, Bolem. The Bolem. Let's see if I can find another synth meme here. Yeah, this one. Okay, guys, get ready for something triggering. Oh, this one. Oh, people got so mad when I posted this. Some people. I don't really like to make people mad, but some people got really mad. This one I made. Please tell me more about how great MIDI is. You know, because I really don't like MIDI. I understand MIDI. I can use it. It's functional. It's standard. I understand why we have it. I understand why there's nothing else. But I think I hope that there would be a something more, you know, along the line. I really hope that there will be something better down the road. Something, and people always ask me like, yeah, how can you improve on MIDI? And I'm like, how can't you see how easy it would be? For example, so this one here, say I have MIDI on it, the Micro Granny 2. It's a super cool little granular sampler synth. The MIDI. Say we had something else, not MIDI, not USB, like a, how do you say, proprietary? Yeah, some kind of system. So this one has knobs, and those have CC values. But if I want to control them with something else, like a controller, I have to manually set up the controller, like some user template or something. To, for example, from the Launch Control XL, I have to manually set it up, connect it. And, you know, that doesn't really seem very 2017 for me. So what I would like is a system where I just take this controller here, and this controller knows what buttons it has, and I plug it in, and these two handshake. I think that's a term you can use. These two handshake in some way, so that the controller knows, okay, this synth has X, Y, 0, has these different CC values, or whatever values you would call it. So that's just one idea I have, like for something which I would think would be more up to date, just stuff being readily connected. And I do think we're held back by the standard that MIDI is, because everything has to be MIDI compatible. And I think that's also sometimes a problem. I see when people do when people do different integrations, it does seem like it's a little bit, sometimes it's made harder by the fact that you want stuff to be working with MIDI. Bitvig 2, for example, is not MIDI. It doesn't treat notes as MIDI. It has a different system behind it, and I assume that the reason why they ditched MIDI in that sense is because there can be quicker and more flexible ways of routing stuff when you don't use MIDI standards. Studio Geek, you have to chill out in the chat, my dude. And I won't play any videos today. No, George, it would not mean one controller per synth. No. No. We've been talking about this. It doesn't mean that. And I can probably write you a thesis on this. Because you should still be able to. My point is that if you want to connect one peripheral to a synth, then they handshake. But say you want to connect the same controller to 5 synths, and then of course you can't have 5 different settings for the knobs on that. You have to have the same settings. You have to have some way of making sure that one controller can control all the others. Either you do it with different, just as you do now with different user presets, or you do it so that you can basically everything's modular. So you can change the values on whatever knob you're using on the synthesizers and the hardware, the controller. Basically everything's modular and just more. I'm just looking for a more flexible system. That's all. Pretty much. And maybe Bluetooth, maybe that would be super. Bluetooth, that would be super cool. Having this Bluetooth system. You have a controller, it has Bluetooth. All the synths have some kind of receiver, and the controller just it's like Wi-Fi or something. It searches, or with Bluetooth, you find the stuff and you connect it. I can imagine that you could do a lot of things. I'm not saying that. George, I know about your setup. I totally understand your setup. It seems very cool, but I do think I can imagine a world where we have a much more updated technology, for sure. For sure. Midnight, how do you mean universal SysX? I'm curious. Yeah, maybe Retro. Could be that wireless connectivity is problematic, but Retro, those kind of lines of argument is what I'm talking about here. You can't do this, you can't do that, I mean, if you think like that, nothing will happen. That's my point. That's why I got this little meme here. The meme is about people being still very much in favor of MIDI. And that's the problem. The problem is that the user base are content with MIDI and can't, whenever you bring it up, there's a majority of people saying well, MIDI is good, you can't change it, blah, blah, blah. And of course MIDI is good. It's not that. It's just that there's so much potential. And anybody who is young understands this. Basically, when I talk to somebody 20 years old and I show them MIDI and I tell them about, they're like, man, this is some old technology. Why haven't this evolved? And then when I talk to somebody 40, 50, they're like, MIDI is good. Yeah, MIDI works. It's fine. And that's the problem. We need to, I'm in favor of kind of pushing boundaries. And how do you push boundaries? How do you push innovation? Well, consumer votes, consumer voices. But if the voices are still majority for MIDI and content with MIDI, nothing will happen. That's basic market logic. So that's just my little MIDI rant. And I don't have any problems with MIDI. It's just that I can see a better world. I can see something different, something totally different. And I don't think, if you're content with MIDI, that's cool. If you like MIDI, cool. But I do think if you are very into a system and it works for you, maybe it's hard to see how it could be improved upon, I suppose. It's like with Mac. I'm a Mac fanboy, so of course when those people say like Macs are not very good, you know, I'm like, yeah, they're super good. They can't be, the iPhone is perfect. And I'm like, so, you know, I don't have any good ideas about cell phones, that's for sure. Yeah, I know, George. You know, it's just fun and games. You know, we got to poke a little bit. You know, poke and prod and think forward and yeah. That's my rant. For sure. Yeah, Midnight Mix. Okay, so I'm not a programmer. I don't really understand the whole Sussex thing. But yes, that would be something as well. So, for example, this is probably far-fetched, Midnight. So you know, that would be super cool as well if we could have some kind of standards for, you know, having Sussex files being more accessible in different synths. Now, I'm not sure if that would even be, you know, that's something somebody way smarter and more logical and more mathematical would have to think about if it's even remotely possible. But because of course there would be a lot of different variables and manufacturer would do different things. But I assume you're thinking about having Sussex being read by different synths more than you, because in general you can't, if I'm not mistaken. Generally a Sussex file is pretty much dedicated to the synth you're using it with. So oh, do we have 70 people here? That's super cool. 70 people. Hello guys. Hello everybody. We're ranting on about MIDI. I'm kind of putting my thoughts out here. Great. It's good to see you guys here. Seems like a good time to stream. I hope to stream more in the weekends because I know people have more time off. Usually, if you're new here, I do coffee streams like on work days in the middle of the day. That's early, like 7 in the morning in the US, and it's like midday in Europe. And I know that's not perfect for a lot of people. It's just that it's a good time for me sometimes. And then I do the music review streams where I listen to your music and I try to give some kind of clever feedback. Basically, it's more for, you know, entertainment, education, and sharing good music and interesting stuff that you are working on, because I do want to give back. And if you want to participate, you can read the description about how to participate. The next stream is in 2 weeks. I do them every other Friday so I don't burn out, because they do take a lot of energy, of course. And of course, I do my regular video content. So if you're new here, hit the subscribe button and the little bell icon. And here is the new intro. Let me play you the new intro that I got for the show. So that's the intro. It's made by a guy named Steve Holmes, and he has a Kickstarter that you can check out that I posted earlier. But let me see if I can post it again if somebody wants to check this out. It's this link here. So if somebody wants to check out his Kickstarter, he's doing an art book about synth art. So yeah, we're talking a little bit about MIDI and so on. Comrade, my peak, I think my live stream peak has been like 150 people or something when I did something on the Digitact when that was hot. So I think that's the peak. Let's see here. Yeah, retro. I'm totally cool. I mean, you know, it's totally cool. I understand. Yeah, wireless. I do get what you're saying. Wireless technology is unreliable. I'm just saying that we could make it work. That's all. Probably doable. Probably not for live though. I think wired is the way to go for live as well. Let's see here. Yeah, Northern. The music is not mine. The intro music is from Steve. He made it. So I might, you know, exchange it for another beat. We just made like a placeholder beat. So Rico is thinking about wireless modular. What's that? A coffee slurp, like. Yeah, we need a coffee slurp. That's a good idea. That's a cool idea. Yeah. Martin Neal, good seeing you as well. All the good people. Tyler Allen Johnson, a lot of people from the Patreon squad is here. So this is a good time to do some Patreon advertisement. We have made a Patreon forum over on simplysynth.com. So it's a closed VIP forum over on simplysynth.com if you want to check it out. It's for all patrons, regardless of tier. And it's just, you know, I hope we can get some good discussions going there. That's my aim. I just wanted to create this platform where we can exchange thoughts and not being tied to Facebook, not being tied to YouTube, not being tied to systems that are owned by others and controlled by others. Because, of course, Facebook groups have their limitations. For example, if you do stuff over time, it's a little bit annoying. So yes, so let me see here. I'm going up here and checking your questions. Lee Huddleston is here as well. What do you mean, Lee? SysX is general non-real time? I'm not sure what that means. I'm programming, mind blown. You know, I'm like, it's something. It's like a gray zone. I think I could learn some of it, perhaps, if I put the time in. But yeah. No, Studio Geek. I don't think you're interview material just yet, but give it a couple of years, work on your craft, and hit me up, and I promise we can talk then. Gandhia says, Bo is getting real on the stream. Yeah, I felt like I want to fire off a stream today and, you know, just talk and interact and talk about my thoughts on different things. Because I do feel it's a fun format, seeing your questions and what you think. And Tyler, no, I haven't tried Ableton Link much. I'm not sure why I haven't. Need to look that up. Do I have any other fun synth meme? Let's see here if I have any other fun synth meme. Oh yes, this one. This one goes out. I can't speak today. This one goes out to all the English native speakers. This is something I posted on the Synth Memes a while back. Cries about my English grammar. Probably knows Swedish. It's just, I just find it a little funny. People are like, it's the same with the Moog and the Moog. It's, you know, in Sweden people say Moog. I don't think I ever met a Swede saying Moog. And whether or not that's, you know, makes Bob Moog angry or whatnot, it's kind of beside the point, because most people think of it as a company and not a person. So the kind of respect question is kind of iffy. It's like saying that, like, you have to respect some other company exactly how they want their name to be pronounced. And I don't think it works like that. In society, we decide what the company's name is, not the company. We decide how to pronounce it. For example, it's IKEA. It's IKEA. But I'm totally fine with you English people butchering it and calling it IKEA. It's not Japanese. IKEA. 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 But I'm totally fine with that. It's okay. It's okay. I don't dislike it. It just hurts me a little bit. Sorry guys, sorry. I'm just joking here. Let's see here. Vanta Kielt asks, Vanta, that's a super cool name. I'm looking for an analog mixer. I saw one of your video jams where you presented your setup. Do you use the aux for effects? In the video you connected the delays that directly remove. JT, good to see you as well. JT says, the first company to implement something RJ connectivity, yeah, will be leading in the new synth age. Yes, I think that the companies that kind of figure this stuff out with the new connectivity beyond MIDI and beyond USB are going to be at the forefront. I think when that stuff really happens. So about a mixer, I'm using a Soundcraft. It's over there. And it's not getting much use because I have such a big sound card setup with 16, 18 inputs. So, but it's good. It's a Soundcraft EPM 12, but it doesn't have a lot of flexibility when it comes to routing effects. So I would get something with more aux for sure. So I'm just scrolling down here. I think I missed somebody. Nur, good seeing you here. Nur says, Bo, I love your work. Thank you so much. I try my best to do good stuff. Yeah, Northern Cats, that's a good point. Imagine doing a live gig with wireless MIDI and some hacker kids disrupt everything by hacking into your tracks with a cell phone or something. Yeah, Northern. But at the same time, people steal people's gear. I saw it the other day on Facebook. Somebody got his Octatrack stolen. So there's always disruptions, for sure. I don't know. Dean Butler, good seeing you. I don't know anything about the OPZ release date. Sorry. Live Sound Development asks, how do you drink your coffee? I drink my coffee. I drink it like this. I do the AeroPress. I use the AeroPress and I have, let's see here. Well, I use Lavazza Gold. So it's basically a big mug of espresso. That's what I drink. A big mug. Like a full one of these with espresso. That's how I get up in the morning. West Coast or East Coast synthesis. Which is which now again? I'm always confused. Wait. Is the East Coast? Yes. Moog. East Coast. So East Coast. Yeah. I think. You're putting me on the spot. I don't think in terms of that. But yeah. Traditional synthesis. Traditional subtractive synthesis is my way to go. Let's see here. Nur, if I tried the VCV rack, Nur, if you check my channel, there's like 3 or 4 videos on it already. So go ahead and just search BoBeats VCV rack and you'll find it. It's awesome. Yeah. So yeah. Thanks Northern for pointing out. Super. I'm a little bit slow here. Rika says, I think as Nordic people talk better English than native English speakers. Well, or are you saying US Nordic people? Not sure. I think that some Swedes maybe speak a little bit better English than some native English speakers, I suppose. But it's still in general, I think, you know, it's a big difference having something as a second language than the first one. That's for sure. So yeah, let's see here. Tyler Allen Johnson says, I wonder if we can get a giveaway promotion or to launch the new forum. I don't like giveaways myself, but they're effective. Yeah, Tyler. So I've been actually thinking about that, doing some kind of giveaway. I was actually thinking like giving away one of my synths. No, guys, I know what you're thinking. You're not getting the Moog or Moog. But, you know, because essentially it has to be something small because shipping can cost you a fortune across the world. And so on. So, but yeah, Tyler, I might do something like that for sure. So the forum, the Patreon forum, which you gain access to through becoming a patron, I will do like a proper announcement of it. So now you know, Tyler, about the IKEA stuff. IKEA. Välkommen till IKEA. Här har vi goda köttbullar. So yes. Grab Geister says your innovation circuit videos are great. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, I want to get back to my circuits. They're actually sitting in a shelf at the moment. I have 2 of them. I want to get back to using them, but honestly, I don't have the space to set them up at the moment. And because I'm working on other stuff for videos, so I want to do like go back to the ultimate circuit setup with 2 circuits, and yeah, I just want to use them more because I do find them a lot of fun to play and so on. Maybe I'll do like a live stream. How about that, guys? Like a live stream where I play them live and just tweak away. Maybe that's something for the live format. Maybe. So yeah, and don't forget to hit the little thumbs up button if you're here. So yeah. Seems like a good hour to stream as well on Sundays. Maybe I'll do a follow-up. Let's see here. Cuba, good seeing you. It's been a while, Cuba. I've been missing you. I think I've been missing you on the review streams. I'm not sure, but yes, I don't think you've been here for a little while. Let's see here. Let me just see if there's any more questions. Skeleton Pete says AeroPress plus Bustelo here in Brooklyn. I don't know Bustelo. Is that a brand of coffee? Jean-Pierre, well, I did say that. Okay, so if I say Bob Moog, I try to say Bob Moog, not Bob Moog. But if I say the company, I usually say Moog. Because for me, the company is named Moog. We say Moog in Sweden. It's, you know, asking people to change up their pronunciation of stuff is kind of it's kind of strange, because we are not all native English speakers, and even native English speakers say it differently. And you can't pull the name argument, because it's not a name for a person, it's a name for a company. And I don't think a company can require somebody to pronounce their name. It seems like a backwards logic. But out of respect of Bob, I would try and pronounce it, you know, correctly. But it's not like I'm going to meet him. So yeah, I mean, it's just people don't have to say IKEA. That's just my opinion on language. So this is more a philosophical point. It doesn't have anything to do with respect for me, because there's a lot of stuff I can't pronounce, and it doesn't make it wrong. It's just make it different. Martin asks, Bo, have you tried the Matrix Brute sequencing other synths? Any thoughts? I've just tried using the Matrix Brute. It's sitting over there, to sequence using the modulation on the sequencer to send modulations to another synth to modulate something with the sequencer. I've not tried using the sequencer to send MIDI data, MIDI notes yet. I'm not sure. Well, I mean, it's a cool idea. I'm not sure if I don't have any like big idea on it. Theron asks, do you attend Moog Fest here in the US? No, I rarely visit US. I've visited a couple times in the past. Might do in the future. Would be very cool to come and check it out. But I think some of you guys already know that I want to go to the UK for some stuff in sometimes in the future. I was hoping to go to Music Messe next year, but we are having a family thing. I will announce later, but it's a big family thing around that date, and that will not work. I can't go anywhere around that date. So yes. Exactly, Jean-Pierre. We understand each other through music. Yeah, did your Paris? To be honest, I do consider myself somewhat of a people person. I'm pretty good at judging character, and from all the stuff I've seen with Bob Moog, I don't think he really cared that much that people pronounced it differently. I honestly don't. If you watch the video when he talks about it, it's like he's like, you can see that he doesn't, you know, he thinks it's a little funny maybe, but it's not a big thing. George, no, I don't have FM synth. I think I burned out on them like 10 years ago. I had the D50 wasn't FM. The D50 was just digital, right? But I had the DX100. My friend had the DX7. We fooled around on that a lot, and I just, I'm not that into that type of synthesis. I have the FM7. It's called, right? FM7 from Native Instruments. Let's see here. Yeah. Let's see here. All right, cool, Theron. Hope you have a good time in Sweden. Very cool. Let's see, electric, what are you saying here? It's not possible to copy patterns to a new pattern while sequencing running without the gap before pasting. How do you mean? On the circuit or what? Yeah. Yeah, Cuba, we have some English, we have some Swedish lessons here. Digitakt, analog rytm, IKEA. What else is there? Elektron. It's not electron. It's electron. It's just funny. Yeah, it's just funny. Electric asks, you think the social entropy engine is worth the extra $1 above the Digitakt MIDI sequencer? Oh man, that's a hard one. That's a hard one. The social entropy, I think it's, you know, one of the better ones, but it's so much more advanced than anything I need. I haven't really thought about it, you know, comparing them. I think the Digitakt is just much more general value for your money, considering that you get so much power and yeah. But if you just want a MIDI sequencer, if you just want that, then I would go for something like the Engine or Pyramid or something. Discophone, good seeing you. What are you happy for? Yeah, yes. Oh, yes, you know. Thank you so much, Disco. Thank you. I was a little slow in reading. Yeah. Circlone. Yeah, Circlone is nice as well, for sure. Agent asks, now that you have the Matrix boot, is your gear acquisition syndrome appeased? Well, to be honest, this might seem strange, but I don't buy stuff only for my music. I buy stuff because I want to cover it. Some stuff I get for free from companies. Some stuff like the Matrix boot I bought because I think it would make fun, entertaining videos. So it's an investment for you guys. That's it. You know, if I only got what I needed for my music, I would keep like 3 synths or something. But I'm thinking like I want to do fun projects with fun synths and explain stuff and learn stuff, and you know, I want to. And since I'm a gear nerd, since I'm a tech nerd, it's also kind of what's a part of a driving force, you know, understanding new synths. And that's why, for example, I wanted to have the Matrix boot, because I felt like this was something I could really explore. That was pretty much my thought process. Yeah, Cuba, I think everybody knows the secret. It's not a secret, it's just that it's not properly announced, really. Stranger on Public. Hey, Bo, what's your opinion about use good quality cables? So, Stranger, good question. Okay, so I have, in my studio, I have 3 types of cables. I have a boatload of cables. I have these ones. These ones are super cheap, and you can see that like the cable is really, if you compare it, the second cable here is a little bit thicker. This second cable is really cheap, the thicker one, but the smaller one is even cheaper. And when I bought these, I thought like, yeah, well, I won't, you know, pull and drag. And since I'm super bad at electronics and I don't really understand cables technically, that was a super poor choice, because cables you have a long time if you invest. So invest in good quality cables is great. These ones are like the cheap ones from Toman. They're okay, but I've noticed, you know, I managed to break a few already. So no, that's a no-go. They're pretty, to be honest, pretty shitty. I have some cables from like Roland and other, like, those are really expensive, but they seem a lot better. They just less noise, less issues with them. In general, the stuff I have connected with the cheap cables, I do have more problems with different kinds of noise and stuff. So I think it's a good investment for sure. Oh, DJ Rex Paris ordered his Circlone 3 years ago. Oh man, Man, you can really do like a meme on that, you know, with the skeleton and like a skeleton sitting there, like ordered my Circlone 3 years ago. Ordered the Circlone and then it's just a skeleton. Jean-Pierre asks, is the Matrix Brute a substitute for Eurorack? No, it's not. It's compatible with Eurorack, but essentially it has some similarities to Eurorack. You can also use it, like a semi-modular with other stuff like the Mother 32 that I showed in one video, but ultimately it's pretty far off from modular. Let's see here. Deathpack, good seeing you, Deathpack. I'm not sure if you've been here before, but good having you, and good having everybody here who's new here. If you want to hit the thumbs up button, we have 53 likes, and there are 68 people here. So if you want to hit that. Let's see. Deathpack asks, hey Bo, I just purchased the MK3 and it's really making me smile. Native just told me I can upgrade Complete 8 to version 11 for 400. Can anyone recommend this? Deathpack. So, I think that going from Complete 8 to 11 should be a really big upgrade. I went from Complete 10 to Complete 11 Ultimate. And that was a really, of course, because it was the normal one to the Ultimate, and that was a big upgrade. But, I didn't get a ton of new stuff. But from 8 to 11, that's, you should get a ton of new interesting stuff. So I think it's a definitely, unless you're starved on money, don't buy stuff, new stuff just because you can. But if you have the money, if you want to invest in something, I think it could be a really good upgrade for the 400. Definitely. I can't, you get so much value in the Complete stuff. And yes, you can use other VSTs, but if they are not NKS enabled, it will be harder. Yeah, Rav-J, I agree. Don't go crazy on the cables. Don't buy. Yeah, exactly. Like it's like, okay, I think over a certain amount of money, there's more blue smoke than actual quality difference. So I of course, have to be a little bit, moderate when it comes to buying cables. So yeah. So what's coming up on the channel next week? Next week we got tomorrow we have a fun little video. I think you guys will enjoy it. More of a talk video, talking a top 3. It's going to be a top 3 video, but I think you guys can interact with that video, and I think we can find something good in it. So that'll be fun. Then I have the interview on Tuesday with Gaz Williams from Sonic State. So we're doing that on Tuesday, and on let's see here. So that's coming up Tuesday. So I'll leave that up. And maybe on Friday, on Friday, there will be a new video. I think there will be a really cute video on Friday. A super cute video. Just a small little Friday video. So that's coming out as well for you guys on Friday. And I'm working on some stuff. I'm working on an Analog 4 overview and review kind of the CV inputs, because I think they are cool, and that's coming along nicely. I'm working on a new dig attack tutorial. I'm working on a new studio part 3 in my studio series. I know I've been saying I'm working on it for a long time, but I needed to find like a good fun angle for it. I hate to repeat boring stuff over and over again, so I'm working on it. It's coming. Part 4. I might get a sponsor for part 4, and I've nailed a sponsor for a Eurorack series. So that's coming, because I don't want to waste too much money on stuff just to make videos. Of course, making videos is a lot of fun, but going into Eurorack, I needed some kind of sponsor, and I nailed at least one. So that's cool. So you might be seeing a Eurorack series at least sometime early next year. Definitely. So let's see here what you guys are saying here. Yeah, Crash said gas. That will be super fun to have gas on. So gas on. Gas on. RevJ, well, yeah, maybe I can get a guest spot on Sonic Talk. It would be super fun to just come on sometime if there's something relevant that I can, add my 50 cents to, for example. But yeah, I'm not sure if I'm a good fit. Let's see here. Let's see here. Could you cover live pattern copy in your Digitech tutorial? Live pattern copy? I'm not sure, Electric. I have to look into that. It's not something I've thought about much. Jose Vasquez. I don't have any thoughts on calibrating the VCOs, no. Retrodome asks, well, will you have a Halloween video? Maybe. When's Halloween? You know, I'm a Swede, so we do kind of celebrate Halloween a little bit. We're very influenced by US. My daughter will be celebrating Halloween in her kindergarten, in her preschool. But when is it? When's the real Halloween, actually? Like the international one, the US one. But what is your favorite synth and your favorite sound from that synth? So my favorite synth would be the Minilogue and one of the sounds I created. Is that ego to say? Ego? The sound pack for my Minilogue is in the description. And I made... There's also a demo of it, like, yeah, in the link. And I made like this key sound myself on it that I really enjoyed. It's just something with it that, you know, of course I made it from myself, from my soul, so it's something, you know, I connected to. And that, I think the Minilogue is my favorite synth in general. Yeah. 50 cents, 2 cents. 50 cents, 2 cents. Is it 2 cents? Do you say 2 cents or 50 cents? I'm not sure. So it's the 31st. So maybe I can do something. October 31st. Okay, yeah. So if I would to do a Halloween video, when would it make sense to publish it? Like, when would you guys assume? What date would you assume that it would come? Would it be the 31st or would it be in the weekend or something? And my wife is asking, how did it go with 1 hour stream? Well, we're having a good time here, my wifey, and it works. There's a lot of people here. It's a good hour to stream, so the wifey has to wait a little bit. Yeah, so 31st would be the day I would, yeah. Tim Zimmerman asks, is the Korg Minilogue a good first synthesizer? I have been producing for 3 years, but I'm somewhat familiar how synths work, but not sure. Yeah, I mean, if you want hardware, if you want something to tweak, the Minilogue is excellent, but, you know, demo it first. Listen to, you can check my patch collection in the description, go there, check the demos that I made, because those are not the standard sounds that you get with it. So you can check the demo, see if you enjoy the kind of sounds. If you don't, then don't buy the Minilogue. It sounds like my demos. That's the point. I think I cover like how the actual synth sounds pretty well. 2 cents for regular people, 50 for genius. okay, that's good, Hans. Yeah, I should wear a costume, but I am already. I'm actually 80 years old. This is the costume. Okay, so maybe do something for November. Yeah, maybe do some crazy stuff for the 31st there for Halloween. Maybe, yeah. Yeah. Theron, my synth patches are only available for purchase. The link's in the description, or available if you become a patron on $10 tier. But if you become a $10 patron, you also get the 2 packs and you get the Minilogue pack. So it's a good value for your money. That's basically it. 2 cents, my opinions, but they aren't worth much. My 50 cents is I put in my 2 cents and went on and on. Okay. That's funny. What is the best entry mono synth? Moog Mother, Bass Station 2. I would say Bass Station 2. It's the best entry mono, for sure. It's more versatile than the monologue, and you can find it really cheap used, and it's very solid. Yeah, exactly, there. I'm a lizard. I'm a lizard person in disguise. Oh, that's cool. That pack teaches some scary pads or screaming leads. Yeah, maybe like spooky sounds. But people, yeah, I have to find a good angle for sure. But I have to write this down somewhere. I don't have any pieces of paper on me, but yeah. Okay, you're my 2 bits. Oh, Lost Jeff Ukulele. Good seeing you. Love the ukulele name. Yeah, okay, my 2 bits is another expression. That's cool. That's cool. Richard, I think it's the 5th time I'm telling everybody about my coffee methods. But my coffee methods is I use an AeroPress and I use Lavazza Gold. So I use an AeroPress and I use this coffee here, the Lavazza Gold. That's the coffee I'm using for for regular use every day. And yeah, it's amazing. So I do a fine grind of the espresso beans, and I put in, I don't know, like a cup, you get a little spoon, one of those, and coffee, and I make like a mug this size. No, I drink it black, no sugar or cream. John is getting gas on for gas. Yeah, so Gas William is coming on Tuesday for an interview, a live interview here on the live stream. That'll be super fun. I'll of course post the live stream for everybody to see. These coffee streams, if you're here and you feel like, yeah, I would like to watch more of this coffee stream, I don't post the coffee streams to my regular page because then it would get so cluttered. So what I do is I post the live stream, all the live streams for patrons on the 5 tier. That's basically like the bonus you get. So I post them there. So if you want to watch coffee streams, these hangouts afterwards, yeah, you can become a patron. That's how I kind of divide the content, because I can't really spam my YouTube with all the live content. So that's pretty much the reasoning there. Let's see here. Yeah, Dr. Stupid, good seeing you. Yeah, Gas Williams is coming on Tuesday for an interview. I think we can have a lot of fun. I will ask him, some silly questions, some serious ones, and I hope we can hit it off. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Tyler. Richard, one of the patrons, actually helped me set up the interview with Gas. So I'm super happy that Richard helped me. I think he spoke well of what I'm doing, and Gas also seems like a very honest and open person. So of course, I think he doesn't diss people. But of course, it helps a lot when somebody else introduces you and somebody else speaks well of your content, for sure. Yeah, Lost. It would be fun to jam with Gas for sure. We love these tiny gadgets. So this is the Micro Granny that I'm going to review soon. I think it's very fun. It's a very crazy little device. Yeah, stylophone jam. Well, I can't jam on the stylophone, but yeah. Let's see here. Stranger on Public asks, is it possible to save sequences as well on the Minilog, or you only can save the sounds? You can save sequences. So a sound has a sequence. You can save a sequence to a sound or a sound preset, but you can't save like patterns without a sound setting, as a pattern always have a sound setting. Yeah, that's the Micro Granny 2. Yeah, this one. And let me show you guys. I got somewhere here. Let me show you. They Bastel sent these for review. So this is the Dude, a little mixer, 5-channel mixer, mono channels. But you can also do some strange noises with it, because you can feedback stuff. But yeah, so I will be reviewing that as well as the Micro Granny. So the dude. Accurate Beats is here. Accurate is a mate of mine who does really cool beat making videos over on YouTube. You might have seen him around. If you don't, you can just search Accurate Beats. Good seeing you, mate. Let's see here. Deathpack asks, when are you going to get your hands on Rev 2? And these I should send you one. Yeah, I have emailed them because I would love to check one out, but they have not gotten back to me yet. But I might look at the, how do you say, I always say it wrong, the phenol? I can't pronounce it. It's a phenol, right? From Kilpatrick. I might be looking at that later, maybe. This one. So the phenol synthesizer. There were some requests from patrons for me to look at it, so I contacted them and they could, you know, send me a unit just to test out, like to borrow it for a little while, and yeah, I think I might. Yeah, I'm usually opposed to borrowing stuff because it takes a lot of time handling that whole business of shipping, and yeah, I don't really have that kind of time to handle it all. But they were super helpful, and I talked to the guy who is behind Kilpatrick, and yeah, Andrew. Is his name Andrew Kilpatrick? I might seem stupid for not remembering this. Yeah, his name is Andrew anyway. I think he's the guy behind it all, and he was super helpful and told me, you know, time is not really an issue. You can keep it for a while and test it out. So I might just do that because I do want to show you guys. It does seem very cool. Athapian, yeah, that's basically how it works. you kind of nailed it. You kind of nailed it. That's how you do stuff. You approach companies, you ask, and they say yes or no. And in my case, a lot of them say yes. It's 40 minutes past 4 here, or 20 minutes to 5. So yeah. Oh, I didn't know Lost, but yeah, I hope to do a review on it. So I just need to find a time, a slot for it to check it out. Oh, Martin. Martin asks about the micro granny. Can you make some sense of the presets menu? It has me lost. To be honest, Martin, I probably won't, because it does have me a little lost as well. And if you're wondering about music in the background, my lady, she's playing something in the background. Not sure what's up. She's probably a bit annoyed that I'm streaming too long, guys. So you guys, you know, you have to hit the like button so she knows that it's time well spent. Because it's Sunday and all. So yeah. Yeah, and Accurate Beats does some really good machine stuff. On the Machina, the Native Instrument stuff, for sure. I want to cover the Machina more, but I do have to find a fun angle that works for what I'm doing. So yeah. Jigawig, thank you so much for staying around. You got to do your music theory homework. That's super. Yeah, sure, Tyler. Yeah, it does help when you have 10K subs. But I also think, Tyler, that, you know, companies, they don't always look at numbers. Sometimes they just look like, is this somebody we want to work with? And I think that's also a good lesson. You know, of course, having some kind of status or viewership is, of course, needed and helps. But it's also a lot about, and I am sure you know this, but some might not think about it like that, that it's also about, you know, finding a good fit. You know, is this a person we want to work with? And I'm totally cool. You know, some companies, they say like, yeah, we're not totally into your thing. We might want to go with somebody else and help them out or send them something to review. And, you know, that's totally cool as well. I mean, you just have to find a good fit. Yeah, that's pretty much how it all works. warning meme, happy wife, happy life. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, so guys, I think we are going to start ending the stream. I'm sorry if you just got here. I'll do more, and Sundays might be a good day to live stream. Actually, I haven't thought about that, but Sundays at this time, like in the afternoon, is probably a good time for a live stream. So guys, I want to do some quick things first before we end. New videos coming this week, of course. The interview with Gas Williams on Tuesday. It's in the middle of the day, so it's not perfect for everybody. It's 1 o'clock Central European Standard Summer Time, but it's not perfect for everybody. But it'll be up on my channel as well, so you can check it out. So definitely something you can check out. Also, if you want to support, my channel here, my YouTube channel, you can always become a patron over on patreon.com/BoBeats. You get access not to the private FB group, Facebook group. You actually get access to the new real forum on simplysynth.com. So you get access to this little real forum, and there's a ton of other rewards as well if you want to go and support. So yeah, thank you so much for everybody who's been hanging around. That's awesome. It's been a super great afternoon for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Going to check out the Micro Granny, the Dude, and some other synths and stuff later. Going to check out the Chord Bot as well and some other stuff. Yeah, yeah, so that's pretty much what's up. Is there anything else? Yeah, and there's a new review stream in 2 weeks as well. Accurate Beats, yes, Accurate Beats, that's his name, so you can check him out as well. We did a couple of podcasts together, but I don't think we really had the time to develop that format. So, but he's a super stellar guy, also a Swede, makes some awesome stuff as well. Yeah, and Mess Small, sorry you just got here. That's and Tapian, good having you here. Hope you have a nice evening. Dr. Stupid, Theron, Crashhead, Ganja, Skeleton. Everybody, if I missed somebody, Tyler, great having you all this afternoon. Don't miss the interview. Anything else I need to say? Yeah, I think that's it. And don't forget to hit the like button. And here's the new intro. So, peace out. Have a good day.